Hello, trading is closed on April 15th, 2025. As always, we'll do our disclaimer, go over our calls, and then make our predictions. It's my trading plan for Wednesday, which is April 16th, 2025. Remember, my plan can change. My plan can be wrong. Trade at your own risk. Also, I have some electrical work being handled at my house tomorrow. They tell me I'll be losing the internet on and off all day, and I haven't decided if I'm going to sit tomorrow out or go someplace else to trade, so I might not be risking my own money tomorrow. I don't know at this point. Look for the pattern with the early low. That's this. Tomorrow also has the early low. We said unless we gapped up smartly, we had a lower target, 53.79.58. We gapped up 6 points. It's kind of iffy if that's smartly or not. I never really defined it perfectly. I mean, gapping up 1 point isn't smartly. Gapping up 10 points, I think, is. 6 is kind of iffy. In any event, we didn't see this price, so we have to add it to the list. It did print in futures last night, and it's printing in futures now, but I don't count that. This is just what we said. We have one of Carol Ann's dates tomorrow. I'm not expecting a big change in trend right prior to a holiday. Sometimes after a holiday it comes, and that's within the range, but I'm going to ignore that. Well, MEJT gives us an optional target, 54.42.51. Prints a high percentage of the time, but it's not required to print, and futures are way down as I'm writing this, so unless something strange happens, we're going to probably just forget that one. It's optional. It doesn't have to print. We did get a sell signal, which I can't spell. Now I can spell. We did get a sell signal in the afternoon. We got the minimum immediately and a little bit more. Well, whenever we close with little change, which I define as 1/4% or less, we just repeat our previous call. We have a wave count that says this leg up could have ended. We have much lower targets. If we invalidate the wave count by gapping and taking these out, ideally by gapping over them, then other counts also work. Until then, we have lower targets and we're vulnerable to dropping. This is the count we have. There's a chance this leg up's over. I mean, the count hasn't really changed, but it hasn't been confirmed by starting to drop either. I don't count what happens in futures because I don't know what we're going to open tomorrow. So we just repeat the call we've had the last 2 days. Wednesday's market has the early low regardless of where we open. There's a higher target, but it's optional, not required to print. Market close, little change, so the call is the same. We're vulnerable to a sizable drop, but overtaking recent highs, ideally by gapping over them, kills the idea. Futures are down quite sharply as I'm writing this. I don't know why that is. So it's the pattern with the early low. If we start dropping during regular trading hours, we could go much lower, but until that happens, the idea can be killed by taking this out, because there is not just one valid count, but the count we have hasn't been invalidated yet, and it's kind of ominous for the very short term if it isn't killed. So it's a pattern with the early low, and that's today's call.